something, it's an Onic special at this point, right? You expect all these meta picks, you expect maybe a Vixana, all of the Lilia early on, the Faramis as well, but Onic saying, no, it's okay. We have our own hero pool, and they have shown, and just recently, the previous tournament, Sans played the Gord when nobody was expecting Gord. We expected Gord maybe at M5, but now in this meta, it's really hard to pull off the Gord knowing how chaotic the team fights, the skirmishes are. Onic can still do it though. They show that they can do it. Let's see if they can do it here in MPL Indonesia.
That's the question. This is going to be the debut of Gord as well. No one has dared to pick him up. But of course, Onic, the Sky Kings, they think otherwise. We'll see if it works out for them, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the Land of Dawn for game number 1 in this best of 3 series, the rematch of MPL ID's Season 12 Grand Finals, Geek Fam and Onic.
Man, this is gonna be a tough one. For Onic, I think the idea is, you know, against the Faramis, you want good AoE damage that can just output and burst down every single one of those HP bars. Since Lilia isn't available, Gord kind of makes sense on paper, but it's gonna be so difficult with so much aggression, so many dive potential from Geekfam, and you're seeing a boy, you know, on his signature Faramis. He's definitely gonna be a bit crafty with the NetherRealm timings.
Definitely here. Beloyski still being that oppressive force, trying to give information onto Kyrie's whereabouts as well as try to hinder his movements. But you see that Onic, they might retaliate here. Beloyski already half health.
Yeah. Still able to escape. Luke is able to secure a little bit of that XP, but gets chunked very, very low. Not the best of trades for Luke, and Onic are looking very good already early on. CW in this lane against the carry. We mentioned it in the draft. It's not the best lane for the Claude. It's already a dive attempt right now. Hazel's just hovering over. CW still waiting right there. He's super low. Hazel just needs to tap one button, and the battle mirror image brings Hazel back. He finds the kill back. Not bad at all, the trade. Jungle for gold lane early on.
Great play by CW to at least make an even trade. But look at his trading potential from the carry. He still regains so much HP, and that's the bullying potential, man. You trade a couple of hits, but he disengages while hitting you because the skill, the dash, actually comes with a basic attack component, and that is a lot of issues for CW.
That's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about when Claude was picked up first thing in the morning, right? In the morning of the drafting phase. This CW is notorious. Oh, wait a minute. Top side.
1 HP on Boots. One more shot. A boy finds it. Boots has fallen to 2 side lanes, and Onic lose onto the setup for the first turtle. Geek Fam, they collapse onto the turtle. Into the turtle pit they go, and with Hazel dying earlier, you would have expected that Onic maybe will have a better chance at this. Geek Fam say no, though. They have that better mid control, and they able to find any more damage. Final slash from Keyboy. Good retaliation, good answer back at CW. 2 times now he's been able to outplay a very, very bad spot away. Kyrie walks up, gets a taunt done. Beloyski has the path around the wall that he placed down, and Keyboy takes him out.
They definitely overstayed their welcome right there. But showing again that's just such a tough lane, especially because Carrie's basic attacks actually fly so slowly that Chidera is doing a good job just harassing CW under his own turret. But now you're looking at Onic with a strong mid lane power spike here, with the Gord having the ultimate, having 1 or 2 items. This means that they have the burst potential to take out anyone who is not protected by a boy with the Faramis.
In terms of emblems, does anything stand out to you here? Feels quite standard. Chidera with his build, Luke as well, Hazel, Beloyski.
Well, there's a quantum charge for Keyboy, which usually we don't quite see on a aggressive roam Arlet, but he's going for a bit more movement speed because he knows it's a lot of...
2-man, I'm offended. Beloyski was able to steal away the orange, but Boots finds the stun, finds the steal onto the turtle. Kyrie walks back, a wild charge to re-engage in his team, but as Keyboy jumps in with a vengeance, but gets caught in the decimate. And now with the reset, Sans has been walled away from the team. One big smack away, and Luke with a slash of his scythe and a flicker out to safety. With the Don't Run Wolf King, Kyrie not able to fully chase. Boots is waiting on that cooldown. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, ZW with a fully popped in blazing duet onto Chidera is still unable to finish this carry off.
And Onyx, like, you were saying?
You were saying?
You were saying? I mean, we were talking about Boots in that EXP lane, going to be able to get that away, but here's CW.
3-man gang, the barrier, and the pin down with a Mortal Coil to give a boy a kill. 6-5 now. Keyboy is trying to hold that gold minion so that it doesn't get cleared out. 6-5, and still 1,000 gold lead for Geek.
Again, as I was saying, right? I was really gonna just, prop up Onic, and then
Geek's like,
you were saying again, Eterna. But yeah, Boots with that steal in the turtle lane. I think that shift in momentum was great for them, but Geek still hold on to that gold lead.
It's a great moment for them for sure. Especially because we just talked about, maybe some miscalculations coming in from Boots. Well, turns out the man is a mathematical prodigy. But man, this game has a lot of action going on because in the mid game, both teams technically have a lot of power spikes. More damage for the side of Geek, but more card control for the side of Onic. There's only a difference in the utility where Geek technically has a bit more of an advantage, only if it's a 5v5 where they can get maximum value out of that Netherrealm.
That's why these Purifies are going to come in very handy here for Geek, especially in these team fights. Earlier on, Tadera was very close, but luckily he had that Purify, popped it in. It should be up once again as the turtle spawns. With what we saw earlier on in that 5v5, who do you think has the better advantage to get this next objective?
I think the next objective, if Onic can get a really good engage, right? Because they have Keyboy, if they can get everyone together and combo it with Sans, that could be the winning solution. But Geek is definitely going to try and spread apart and try and counter that kind of game plan, even though that means some members are not protected by the Netherrealm.
I'm offended onto Keyboy. The main initiator right now is going to be JCC, but Boots and Kyrie follows through as well. Good Netherrealm as CW pops in a Blazing Duet to try to disintegrate it. A boy gets caught in the Appraiser's Wrath, and even in the back, Luke tries to sustain back up. Hazel with an amazing retribution on the Martis. Might have just equalized this trade, and the boy is back up. He had his stacks all stacked up to respawn instantly.
And that's a 2K gold lead now for Geek Fam. And I think that's an important thing to note was that Hazel was already 2 levels ahead of Kyrie. So in terms of that 50 to the Land of Dawn here for game number 1 in this best of 3 series. 8 minutes has elapsed, but look at Geek Fam.
Conceal play, CW battling her image into the Blazing Duet. A good final slash to cancel it out, but the Wild Charge still will be able to knock CW up. He pops the BMI back, but Luke is too deadly with his side. The beautiful Netherrealm actually saves Hazel right there in that position. Kyrie trying to look for a bit more of a trade here onto Luke. Pokes him a bit, but Luke's a bit too sustainable. He has so much sustain with that Brave Smite on the Ruby, and now a Sea Halberd.
That was a beautiful display of chemistry for both of the teams. CW nearly got taken out earlier on, but the backup coming in from the rest of the team, as well as the backup after that from Geek, a boy Netherrealm. Perfect timing. I like the synergy from Geek Fam. I think that's what a lot of people were afraid of against Onic. Onic, a team that's been together for so long, but Hazel coming in, it feels like a perfect fit.
They're just moving a lot faster and in the right place at the right time before Onic can even react. Although a big problem is that they only have a single source of consistent damage, which is Chidera. Ooh, okay,
It's fine.
Just scaring them off. But as I said, man, they have one single source of damage. We saw that Kyrie earlier was taking damage from 3 members, and he's able to somewhat sustain that. That's gonna become more and more of an issue later on.
I'm offended onto Keyboy. 3-man, 4-man final slash, but Hazel holds him back with the Mortal Coil and cuts him out of the team fight and off the Land of Dawn with a Decimate.
And that's it. Hazel again with another member in his pocket. 3-2-3 KDA, a level above Kyrie right now. Does Onic really want to contest this and go for that 50-50?
Only 1 level. Kyrie's walking up. A good Mystic Gush gets a boy low. Boots. Bravest fighter in the flicker right now, bidding on the Netherrealm as he dives in deep. The Lord actually knocks a member or a few members of Geek Fam. Boots gets a 3-man stun. Kyrie with Embraces Pride, not able to connect right now, and he gets melted down before anyone can do anything about the Lord. Hazel's still on it. He's looking for the retreat. He finds it. He gets knocked up. He's 1 HP. And Sans finally is able to deal with this man. But still, it's a win for Geek Fam.
A huge win for Geek Fam. 2 members taken out. They were able to take Kyrie out of the problem completely, out of the equation completely. And of course, Hazel is going to be able to take that Lord uncontested. A 4K gold lead for Geek Fam. But look at this. Luke.
Gosh, and the flicker as well.
Solo play from Sans. Kind of equalizing, but at the same time now, the Lord spawns, the waves are going to be empowered. This is where Geek wanted to try and control the waves as good as possible. They did great. That's part of why they were able to get to the Lord in more favorable terms. But now with the waves coming in, they can really start to try and siege despite the lack of high ground, the lack of long distance poke. To look at the item builds, Chidera is going a lot more aggressively, not even going for the brute force. He thinks he's winning, he wants to go all in, but CW has reached the power spike, right? The 3-item power spike for the Claude. This means that he will do damage, but he needs to be coming in together with his team. They can't go in one by one, because if Onic does that, there's no way they can get enough damage out to try and push someone down, and then twice through the Netherrealm.
That's the problem here, but look at this. Concealed play from the Geek Fam. Where are they going?
All the way on to Sans. No flicker on Sans. Beloyski stunned up. Very good disengage and peel from Keyboy there to stop what looked to be Sans' death in the 11th minute of the game. The rotation all the way from top to bottom, though. Onic has done a very, very good job at clearing out this Lord push and siege.
I don't think any turrets were taken down with that Lord push.
No.
Was it? None.
Wow. They just went to try and get Sans, and he just serves away, right? As his hero is designed to, and Boost now going into for the clear again. They might find something, but no, they back away and try and stabilize. A weird moment there for Geek to try and chase instead of pressure Onic, instead of pulling them towards a turret maybe to, you know, force them to defend it. They just went on and just started trying to hunt for kills.
Yeah, that was value for Onic though in the defense. They are going to lose his mid-side turret, but that's like the best case scenario for Onic. They understand that Sans is one of the main core damage dealers, especially with that new item he picked up over there. And that's what they went for.
Final flash actually brings Luke back to the Mystic Gush. Another realm popped in fear of a full commitment from Onic. A good disengage from Geek Fam. Looked very scary. Kyrie dashing forward, gets a taunt onto Beloyski. A wild charge defensively. Ooh. And now shredded down by CW. Blazing duet with the battle mirror image as well. Beloyski forced to flick around with the conceal now. Keyboy still hovering over, looking for players. Boot slashes a boy, but will be traded back by Hazel with a decimate. CW is able to siege down that tier 1.
So a boots for a tower, essentially.
And a boy.
And a boy.
But a boy comes back a lot faster, but now you can see that they have momentum here. But Geek doesn't even care. They just rush straight for the Lord. Can they force another fight right here, right now? As CW tries to rotate in, and he might not make it in time.
Kyrie's 13.
He is walking up. Duke very, very low. Kyrie with a retribution! That's what we've been expecting from the man, and he does it. He comes in on time. Unlike the Avatar, when the world needed him most, he actually appeared.
When the moment gets tough, that's where he delivers.
That caught me off guard. But I agree. I mean, right before that even begun, I mentioned Kyrie was level 13, 2 levels behind of Hazel, but was still able to get that retribution, steal it under the nose of Geek Fam, and that is Onic coming back with the momentum swing. Notice Geek Fam's gold.
It's already fallen behind from Onic.
Exactly.
And if you look at it, right, they didn't manage the waves at all before they rushed straight for that Lord, trying to force that play. So now Onic, they're getting a lot of value here. They might even get a base turret. They're waiting for it, and they have better siege due to that gourd. This is where now this pick starts shining through.
Lord with a big charge into the base turret. Onic looking for that siege. One more hit with the Lord, and they are going to be able to secure the top lane of base turret. Now looking for more. A boy doing a good job at micromanaging the wave in the mid lane, clearing it out, and I'm offended as well from Luke. And they will only lose one base turret for now. Another minion wave will be spawning. Can Onic actually get more from this?
The question is, do they want to? You can see Onic going to rotate to get that buff away from Hazel. Kyrie's actually going to get it, so Hazel doesn't have his orange buff just yet.
Ooh, another taunt in, and my goodness, Luke flickered out of the Netherrealm that a boy had placed out to save him, and he loses his life because he's off position to save Luke. Oh my god, a disaster for Geek Fam. Onic now looking for even more to punish.
Just one mistake. Just one mistake gives Geek Fam another problem here. One inhibitor taken down, one left standing. So even if Onic don't end it here and now, they are gonna have the advantage in it, but let's go.
Final slash, purified in, Keyboy still able to sustain just a bit. CW having a good time free hitting that turret with the help of these frontliners. Sans with a Mystic Gush over to a boy. And we do have a pause again. Apologies for the inconvenience, ladies and gentlemen. Please do be patient with us for now. We're still going to have to see how this game plays out. We could use a break. We could use a break.
You could hear the audience like, oh,
yeah.
Because we're getting to the good part. Will Onic end it right here, right now, or will they have to wait for the next? Oh, what happened? Okay, so they're going straight for the Lord take here.
Oh my god, melted down. Wild charge, Battle Mirror Image, and even the Mystic Gush, forcing Beloy to flicker out to safety. No Wild Charge, but also no Mystic Gush for Sans. Big damage out of the fray. Hazel, Mortal Coil, Final Slash. We can move back to the back. I'm offended. Oh, he is able to find Sans in the back and now forces him to flicker out. Chidera finds Keyboy. Kyrie's still able to find the Retribution, but the boy shuts Sans down in the back. 3v5. Luke looking for the flag right now as Kyrie's still able to dash out, but that's going to be it. Brought back to the team, but only to get in the Praise's Wrath onto the Fairness. Another I'm offended on the CW, who's still going to be able to pop the Purify to back away again with
Lord.
the BMI. The Lord is spawned, and it is marching slowly into the mid lane. Hazel is trying to stop Onic from stopping the recalls. Luke, don't run Wolfgang, Brave the Spider to slash him out. Beloyski, a good barrier in place. Chidera has already walked all the way back, and the boy has recalled as well. Luke, somehow, some way, able to walk out and run away from those three members, and Geek Fam come out, still able to defend.
That was too close for my comfort. I understand what Geek Fam were trying to do. They were trying to get Onic off the board, clear the Lord, and then maybe go for a straight push. But Onic was able to extend the amount of time, and actually, that was nearly chaos and disaster for Geek Fam.
Plays into win, another round coming down though. Boots very, very low. Luke's still able to sustain quite a bit right now. Shadera is actually going to be free hitting. A Praise's Wrath onto 3. Kyrie still surviving, but it's a flicker forward into the Mystic Gush of Sans. Double kill picked up for the man as Beloyski now loses his immortality, pops into conceal. Hazel and Shadera still micromanaging the waves. Now another wave coming down. CW's free hitting in the back. Beloyski is trying his best to stop this from happening, but CW stays targeted. And this is your winning moment presented to you by Samsung Galaxy S24 Series 5G. Onic with Game 1 comeback.
The victors of our first game in this best of 3 series, with Geek Fam being able to control that early to mid tempo. Onic coming back. I seriously thought that this was Geek Fam's game to win.
They were so close, man. So only a few small moments led Onic to snatch away that victory.